Welcome to this week's Money Fit live webinar. My name is Todd Christensen. I'm Education Manager here at Money Fit, author of Everyday Money for Everyday People. Thank you for joining me. The topic for this webinar is spending your 2020 stimulus check. How should you consider spending it? What should you consider doing with it? Should you use it all for one type of spending or saving or investing? That's what we're going to go over today. This will not be a very long webinar, 10-15 minutes. Please do stick with me. Look forward to having you here. So let's go ahead. I'm going to call this the spending flower. You'll see this graphic. It is a graph that looks, of course, like a flower. We're going to start with the biggest petal there first. These are suggestions, recommendations for the typical family, if there is such a thing. If you are a retiree, your spending is going to be very different than if you are a 21, 22-year-old working full-time or just graduating or a family with 2 or 3 kids. These are just things to keep in mind, to consider as you look at what to do with that money that's coming in. Okay, let's start off with the first idea here is if you have a need, use about 30%, about 1/3 of your stimulus check to take care of that. Do you have a car repair that needs to get done? Is there something in the home? The plumbing, for example, there are electrical issues. Is there an appliance that needs to be fixed? Or is there an appliance that needs to be completely replaced, small or large? If you've got a cell phone that you can hardly even see through the broken and cracked screen, I am talking to you 23, 24-year-olds right out of college or in college. Maybe it's time. You can use some of that money to replace that, repair it. The next section is for using to pay off debt. If you've got credit card debt, car loan, student loan, any kind of debt. I am one that I even encourage people to consider paying down mortgage loans, even though there are tax benefits to that. And a lot of most financial planners will say never pay off your mortgage loan. Financially, that may be true, but there is something about being mortgage free that provides you freedom to move in times of difficulty. You want to be eventually debt free, including your mortgage. But you can use 25% of your check to pay down or pay off some of your loans. Which ones to pay off if you have multiple, and that 25% will pay more than just won't pay all, but which one should you focus on? I encourage you go to our website moneyfit.org and look up do-it-yourself debt elimination. You'll find savings fund so consider putting up to 20% of your account of your savings fund. How much should you have? It really depends on what your normal household income is. The rule of thumb is for about every $10,000 a year you make, you should have about 1 month's worth of housing expenses and transportation, food, and communication or cell phone. So if all that only amounts to $2,000 a month, and you're making $30,000 a year, that's about $6,000 in savings. That's your ultimate goal. But right now, your immediate goal is 20%. And you'll also have other short-term savings goals. You can split this up between emergency, future travel and house vacation, to maybe even birthdays, gift giving, Christmas, yard repair, your next car or car replacement, car repair. So save up to 20%. Your next option, this would be, especially if you don't have a 401k and you haven't maxed out your IRA, consider putting up to 15% into something for your future. Now, this is one of the categories that for somebody who's a retiree already, if your retirement is already taken care of, this is not really something you should worry about. If you are living on a Social Security only, you may not need so much in emergency savings because you're not going to lose your income. However, if you have a vehicle, you got to make sure that you have enough to replace that vehicle. And that would be under the savings. But investments, 401k, the IRA, go ahead and boost those if you are not happy with where you're at with your investing plan. And the last one, 10%, have fun with it. Yes, have fun. If you don't have fun, you'll feel like a steam engine who doesn't get to release any steam, and that pressure builds up until it explodes, and we call it explosion in financial terms. Purchase, which is something we did not plan for, and it usually is more than what we can afford. So go have some fun. I do have those two recommendations down there. Make it something tangible or memorable or both. But don't just spend up your money on dining out. It's not tangible, it's gone, it's not lasting. And two, it is not memorable for the most part. Make it something that you can talk about for months to come, or even years. Why that would be just 20, and maybe use 25% to meet a need. It's really up to you. You can decide how you want to change this and adapt it to your household expenses. I told you this was going to be short. That's the simplicity of what you can do with your stimulus check. Keep this in mind in the future when you get a tax refund. If you come into any kind of unexpected income or windfall, putting it toward different purposes in your personal finance. If you would like more information about this, you can find it at MoneyFit, moneyfit.org. We have a blog about it. We have other information about how to spend your money wisely. My phone number is 208-286-3283. You're welcome to email me at todd@moneyfit.org. I welcome your questions, comments, feedback, insight, and so forth. Thank you again for joining me, and have a great day.